Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we are going to be tearing apart my STI motor. If you guys saw in the last video, I had a timing failure with this block. As you guys can see here, the two bolt holes that hold in your bracket for your tensioner, they snapped off the block. So today we are going to be pulling the heads off the block and seeing what damage has been done. I'll set you guys on a little time lapse, stripping this block down, getting it ready to pull the heads off. So far, we have most of the accessory stuff stripped off. The intake manifold, fuel lines, engine harness, all of that good stuff is taken off now. I do still also have to pull off the header, obviously, so I can separate the block too. And then we can also see if we can see how the valves look through the ports on the exhaust side. Intake valves look fine from looking through, but we'll see how the exhaust ones look. So far, we have taken off one of the valve covers, getting ready to pull the head off. Everything from visually looking looks normal. We're gonna go ahead and get the cams pulled and get the head off and take a look at the valves. Well, now I'm running into a weird issue. This cam freely comes out. This cam, the intake cam, is stuck and I cannot get it out. It looks like it's compressed. The springs and valves, all of these are lifted. It's compressed there. So I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't want to mess anything up and damage the cam or anything, but that is where we're at right now. Never have had that happen. Going to do a little bit of research and see how I can get this out without damaging anything. All right, what I ended up doing was I used my nice Company 23 tool, put the cam gear back on, and used the tool to rotate the cam a little bit, and it decompressed, and now I can take off the cam. So had me worried for a second there, but we are all good. That was the most I've ever struggled untorquing these heads. These are Stage X, full Stage X long block, so, and half-inch head studs. They're torqued quite a bit down. I can't reveal Josh's torque spec. It's a trade secret, but I've never struggled more in my life getting those head stud bolts out. It took me, I think, a little over 10 minutes to get 6 bolts off, but we got her done. The head is now off the block. This side, the pistons look phenomenal. No valve hitting. This was the side that was good, but that is a good sign that the side of the block, the pistons are fine. We'll go ahead and take a look at the valves though. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult showing you guys because I don't want to flip it on the table because I don't want to have the buckets go in the wrong order, even though it probably doesn't matter because they're going to get sent off to rebuild anyway. They can measure them. But the valves look perfect, at least visually looking at them. They might be slightly bent and whatnot, but they look perfect visually looking at, nothing out of the ordinary. We're going to go ahead and flip the motor over and get that side taken apart. That's the side I'm worried about. That's where the code was thrown. So we'll go ahead, flip the motor, repeat that whole process again, and take a look and see how this side looks. Alright, the passenger side most definitely made a little bit of contact. If you guys can kind of see, it's not really focusing. But there are a couple valve tap marks. Very tiny. Glad it's not worse. These pistons will be fine to use. I'll have to double check, but it looks very, very minor. Good thing I pulled off these heads. They would have needed to come off anyway. I'll go ahead and get some new valves ordered, get these sent off to our cylinder head shop. I will go ahead and assemble this head back together so I can flip it around and show you guys. I have yet to look at the valves myself, but indicated with how the pistons look, valves are not going to be good. So I'll go ahead and get this head assembled back and I'll show you guys the damage. Alright, we got the head put back together, and take a look here. You can see on the exhaust valves, they are most definitely have tapped and seem to be slightly bent. But the head looks completely fine. It just looks like it needs 4 new exhaust valves, and we should be ready to rip this car again. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop these off at cylinder head. Hopefully tomorrow. I'll see how busy they are. Get these rush ordered, get the new valves, buckets, whatever needs done though. We'll do all the measuring and whatnot down there. I'm no expert in this type of stuff. That's why I pay them. So I'll go ahead and get these dropped off, and this car should be running pretty damn soon again. I'm going to order everything I need for the STI, so as soon as it's done, we can get this back on the road and hit the dyno, because I'm sure that's what all you guys want to see how much power will this STI make. And I'm just as curious as you guys. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.